Colonel, 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 you write, but you have to pronounce it as colonel, colonel. So like that. So sounds. You will be knowing, right? Sounds. How many sounds are there altogether in English? How many vowels are there in English?
Is it 12, sir?
Yeah. Is it 12?
20, sir. 20.
20. Yeah. Okay. Those who are really into it, they're not 20. 12 is correct. That the 12 is 12 are pures and 8 are diphthongs. Both these combined and then they are called as vowels, vowel sounds. I will explain. But normal teacher, if you ask them how many vowels, 5. So they will be telling A, E, I, O, U. So there is a emphatic vowel, that kind of a sound goes with that. But the real vowels, vowel, that also pronunciation. V sound, V sound and W sound, we have to differentiate it very properly, very clearly. V sound and W. V is V only, van, V. And W is W. So vowel. Excuse me, vowel. Yeah. So when we differentiate, we are supposed to know, at least supposed to know, and supposed to use this English. When you use English, when you pronounce, we are with the help of sounds we are using it. So pure vowels, there are 12 pure vowels. If there is a offline mode, my guess is that UP forum authorities, please, when this COVID things are all over, please conduct offline classes also, offline seminars.
Sir, surely.
Yeah, definitely that will help you. In various parts you can conduct seminars, this and that. That will help you out in bringing out. You can provide platform for these teachers to come out and speak. Let them do it. Let them do it more. All the time, we should not hear that the primary teachers are not doing their part, well. The high school teachers are blaming the primary teachers, and the higher secondary teachers are blaming all the school teachers, and the college teachers are blaming all the higher secondary and all. So just passing the buck, we call it simply passing the buck. So, but anyway. One thing is very, very clear and sure. At least the government and the department they are realizing that the importance of primary school education in the matter of languages. It's very, very important. Most of the countries, developing countries, they appoint the best teachers the primary section. In Singapore, I know it's very clear. The highly qualified teachers are being appointed in the primary section, and they are paid more than the secondary level teachers. They are paid more because then they are highly qualified. They are supposed to be qualified in child psychology, adolescent psychology, infant psychology. So many things, additional things they are supposed to have it. When they deal with children. And language, in the matter of language, when they introduce a foreign language child there, the best language teacher they will try to put. Even in Thailand and Malaysia, I've seen that the natives their government is spending money to bring the real teachers, to deal with the primary school students. They are not taking directly them to the high school and the college level. Just to deal with primary school students, they are bringing the native speakers, and that's how Chinese, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Koreans, and the people, Thai new generation. They are getting an opportunity. They are getting a real opportunity to come with a first-hand, the real English. The new generation will speak the original English, the real English. They are able to speak. So that is a great thing. Anyway, our governments and the national level also, so there are some program for that. They are trying to upgrade the level of English and primary level teaching. So now let me come to the vowel sounds, and I've been mentioning that there are 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. It's 20. So pure vowels is like that, like a, e, u, like that. No, these kind of sounds. E, o is a blackboard. All such things, been teaching you in such a manner. And with examples, like E, like pit, sit, kit, fit, like that, and E, like eat, meet, seat, like that, like that. Then the most important you have to understand is that the A sound. Most Malayalis go wrong in that, or they are not really using that sound, because we don't have an exact A sound in English. We don't have an exact A sound in Malayalam. I'm sorry. In Malayalam, we don't have an equivalent sound. But E, O, these equivalent sounds are there in Malayalam. That is the reason when a Malayali is taught correctly, when a Malayali is taught English with the correct sound patterns, anyone in India, Malayalis will pick up fast, and they will get the best. They can produce the best, because of Malayalam is, except a few words, like for example, this sound, even that is a matter with other this thing also. Other like Tamil Telugu also, they have the problem with apple, map, cat, fat, sat. So we are not like when we say that even in Idiki side, the people used to say that Tom Matthew in the matter of Matthew, they will say Matthew, like that. No, why they say it's because that sound is not being used properly. So so all these form pure vowels. Okay, they are 12. Then comes diphthongs. Diphthongs are how many? 8. What is a diphthong? Diphthong, in other words, it's called a vowel glide also. Vowel glide. Vowel glide is that two sounds. What kind of sounds? Two vowel sounds joined together and produce another sound. So gliding, that's beautifully it is mentioned. Like gliding, what's a gliding? It starts from one place, you glide over another thing. So you start from one and reaches to another. For example, like I went for a tour, TOUR. Normally we say tour. I went for a tour. No, I went for a tour. So that tour, like KNOW. How will you pronounce that word? KNOW. Or even NO. No. Yeah? How will you pronounce it?
No.
It's like korchude varanam tarote. You have to come down.
No.
It's
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. No.
I don't know.
That O sound should be coming there. Oh, no. Go, low, goat, boat.
No.
Boat. Yes. Like these are combined vowel sounds. There are 8 diphthongs, and they are called vowel glides also. Then comes consonants. Consonants are easy, except a few. Except 4 or 5 difficult
now.
consonants are.
Okay.
What is that? What, sir?
No, it was not audible. During a few seconds, it was not audible.
Oh, is it? Okay. Any disruptions? You please let me know. Now, very important things are coming after this, then I'm supposed to stop also. Otherwise, you will chase me out. Today, it's a pretty hectic day, I know, for you all, with a lot of activities. So then comes consonants. There are 24 consonants. 24. What is consonant? Consonant is that p, b, k, l, not p, t, b, no. That is alphabetic sound, But real phonetic sound is that p, k, l, m, n, r, l, sh, like that. So some important is that like there are some sounds like ship, sh sound. Then church sounds. The church. In Trivandrum side, a lot of people used to say that I went to church. The church. So it's church. Then there is one sound like measure. Like it sounds when you listen to that. Measure, pleasure, treasure, leisure, like that. Leisure. Both can be used. So this kind of sounds, the kind of consonants, 4 or 5 difficult consonants are there. Other consonants are very simple, very easy. P, b, k, l, m, t. Like that, there are 44 sounds. So English is spoken with the help of these sounds, not with the help alone. With the and help we cannot say that, but we are mainly we have to focus on the sounds. But sad to say that our system is not allowing us, to really go into this. But in other countries, they are as a second language. When they teach it, they are dealing with the sounds also. So the child should be, you people know what you should be doing is that you should let our children know that there are sounds. There are this kind of sound. Sound is there. No, sound is there. So once he realizes that sound, and once he start using that in the words, that will become a part of him, that normally he will be using like that only. Okay, clear. Now, I don't want to talk more on this, because it needs definitely a thorough class for the pronunciation, this kind of sounds. But now let me come to the other phases of intelligibility. If you we think that if your pronunciation is good alone, that English is met. I tell you, in the matter of English, in the matter of when we come to the international standards, no, that's not alone. The first one is that called stress. Have you heard about stress? We have word stress and we have stress. Stress means a particular emphasis, a particular strength is being applied in a particular area of a word or a sentence is called as stress. Why? To give a different kind of meaning. I'll explain in very clear examples, then you will know. Normally in Malayalis, normally in Indian English, we never follow this pitch, intonation, tone and all, we don't follow much. But the Britishers, the real native speakers or their international level English, even they definitely play with the stress. They definitely play with the intonation. They with the tone. Tone also is something very important for them. Stress, pitch, intonation, tone. I'll explain that. So stress first of all. I give you a sentence. He is my friend. He is my friend. I made a very plain statement. He is my friend. So now listen carefully. All of you listen carefully. He is my friend. He is my friend. What does that mean? Anyone? This is an intention. There is a shaded meaning there when I stress something. Where did I stress?
He.
He. Why? Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. I stress he. He is my friend.
Yeah.
So
that shows
in a group, if there is a crowd there, and if you want to one particular person, there are so many people, there are so many friends standing, and other people are thinking that there are all these fellows are his friends. But if I want to say no, not these fellows, all are not friends, but this particular person is my friend, then we'll never point to okay, this fellow Raju is my friend. Then only we will be able to communicate it properly. But for them, this is just nice. And he said that he just say that he is my friend. He is my friend. So the stress is on he, that he is my friend, not others. Then look carefully. Next one. He is my friend. He is my friend. When you say that he is my friend, you give stress on there. Then you say it's not your friend, not that fellow's friend, not this fellow's friend. He is my friend. Then the third one is my friend. Don't think that he's somebody else. Don't think that he's my brother. He's my relative. He's just he's my friend. He's my friend. So you give the stress above the friend. So and the stress markings are there. Learn that now to do it. I'm just mentioning all these things. Don't get worried. Don't think that all these things. Something which is beyond your thing. Certain people know more than this. That I know. But certain people, if you say it is something which is not, it is a bit too much. Please, these things. Simple things. Keep it in your mind. Whenever you get a chance to learn this and try to understand this. Okay, there is sentence stress. Right. Now I'll give you a word and say that the word stress. The word examination. We say examination. It's not the right way to pronounce it. That very word you have to say. You will be knowing. English learners will be telling that. You have to pronounce it as examination. 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 Now tell me, where is the stress?
Examination.
Where is the stress? No, the first stress mark.
Nay.
Nay. Very good. Very good. Who is that? Very good. On top of the nay, examination. That's how English. Now, why? If you ask me the reason, a joke that when my son was very small, I was teaching him plurals. Then he was asking me like I was sent pens. Tables, chairs. There's like that animals or something was that. Then came mouse. Then he said, "It's mouses." I said, "No, not mouses." I said, "Mice." Ask me why? How come? The rest all know yes, and why this became mice? Can anyone answer that? Why the plural of mouse became mice? Then, giraffe, even cat, dog, dogs, mouses are mice. Why?
Because it
that's the difficulty. What is that?
Ends with
why? No, there is no. Actually, there is no such thing. It is just
actually the British is using so.
Who is that? Who is that? Who just spoke now? What is it, sir? Subramanian. You're exactly right. It's just because the native speakers, where the language originated, they spoke like that as a conventional manner. They spoke like that. That's it. That's the answer. Actually, there is no rule for that. No. Certain things, they don't have a rules. In the matter of pronunciation, the usage, there is no rule like that. Okay. Yes. So like examination, like nation, they stress. Then. Now, and I'll talk about one sentence I'll give you, and I'll explain the sentence stress. How about we go for a coffee this afternoon? Normally, the Britishers will say that in areas they will stress, How about we go for a coffee this afternoon? How about we go for a coffee this afternoon? Like that they say. So stress on coffee afternoon. The important word says stress. Highlighted things. So this is called sentence stress, this. So word and sentence stress, you should know. Then comes the tone, English. So Britishers, they use all these characteristics, And when we are not using any of these characteristics, and we have a plain language, a flat language, flat way of speaking, but they use a lot of these techniques. And that is a mismatch. I'm comparing with British because, we need to compare with something. We cannot just straight away say that we will compare with English, we will compare with New Zealand English, but British, authentic originators, so that's the reason why we are comparing with it. When we need to have a standard something there to reach towards that, not exactly reaching there. For example, tone. I still remember a beautiful, you might have seen that, a TV clipping, this one comic figure is there, right? In TV, in British BBC, suddenly I lost his name. Comedian, he's full. Mr. Bean, very good, very exactly. Mr. Bean. So Mr. Bean was once traveling in a train,
and he was. Children know his name.
Audio problem? Huh? You have audio problem?
Only children know his name.
Yeah, that's why. Mr. Bean, everyone will be knowing. It's a very, 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 I used to enjoy, even now. It's not children, I enjoy the most his videos and movies and all. Very, very, very nice. So his tricks, all such things, his ways, mannerisms, and all. Like in Mr. Bean, once he was traveling in a train, and somebody was making noise, and Mr. Bean was irritated, and he took the sock, both the pairs, and he put the socks inside in his ears, and he was sitting and reading a book. By the time the ticket inspector came to verify the ticket, normally British trains, the ticket inspectors, just like us, they will come. So normally the British, will start like that. He entered that compartment, and Mr. Bean was just reading his book. He was very much obsessed with the book. He came near him and asked, "Ticket, please." First one, very pleasing sound. Ticket, please. Mr. Bean didn't hear, didn't listen, was not listening. He was just immersed in the book. So then he stood and he said, ticket please, once again, ticket please, or a little more elaborate. No. Then he said, ticket please. Third, the tone was changing. So the first one, ticket please, ticket please, ticket please. Fourth one, still not responding. Ticket please. Then finally the shout. He made a great shout, like ticket please, like that. No, immediately Mr. Bean got a shock and he threw the book away. So that's how the Britishers or the natives speak when they want to show the intensity, when to express their intensity of saying, the tone they will change. Like for example, a teacher, so use a normal one tone. Can you go out of the class? Get out of the class, So normally in such play, we'll initially say, can you go out of the class? Can you go out of the class? Can you go out to the class? Again, stress as well as tone. Tone also changing. So tone is very important. Newsreaders, you just listen to the newsreaders. Some newsreaders are really good in that. When they read this sad news, like deaths and all, that tone will come down to that level. And when they are in a reverting mood, that also, their tone, sometimes it's visible. Then comes intonation. Have you heard about this intonation? Intonation is something like very simple, like the rise and fall, the endings, that is intonation. Not in the endings, even flat intonation is there, rising intonation, falling intonation, and flat intonation. So for example, without using much time, I'll say that, what is your name? Indians, we all Malayali have a tendency of asking anyone, what is your name? What is your name? Even that polite as far as British standard is that, no, we are not supposed to ask straight to the face, what is your name? Normally they won't do it. In formal situation, they will ask, but that also with a different intonation. But what we are supposed to ask is, may I know your name, please? May I know your name? Name, please. British cultural English is very polite. They use polite expressions, even though, but and all, they may not be that polite, but their language, their usage, in public is like that, polite. And it's giving and thank you saying and all, too much. Sometimes if it is a bit too much, for us to take it when they say thanks and all. So how in which manner you have to ask the name is that, what's your name? What's your name? Don't, what is your name? What's your name? No. What's your name? That is called rising intonation. Name in the word will be on a rising note. What's your name? Then you said, are you sad? Are you sad? Are you sad? What is the reply? So are you sad? Rising intonation. Then comes followed in, yes, I'm sad. Yes, I'm sad. You won't say that, yes, I'm sad. Yes, I'm sad. Yes, I'm sad. That is fall flat. So, are you sad? Are you sad? Rising intonation. Yes, I'm sad. That's it. So this is the intonations. Then one thing in the intonation, they say that with intonation you will be knowing the city or a little more about the meaning. So just listen to me. I'm trying to tell you something. Yesterday I went for a movie. That's one word, one sentence. That is one way of telling it. With a flat intonation, I said, yesterday I went for a movie. Now, second one, you have to tell me what. Yesterday I went for a movie. First one, yesterday I went for a movie. Second one, yesterday I went for a movie. Yeah. So what's the difference? Anyone? What's the difference of these two sentences? This is how they speak, So, they will understand why it is being used like that and why the second one is used like that. Anyone? Can anyone try? First one, once again, I'll tell you. They say that, would you, sorry. Yesterday I went for a movie. Second one, yesterday I went for a movie.
So first one is a falling intonation. The second one is rising intonation. Falling tone.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. But I tell you, there is some, what is it? Something more.
Yes, confusion. He's trying to
We can understand that
confusion.
he's going to tell something related to that sentence.
Oh yeah. Who is that? Who is that? What teacher?
Sarvamangala.
Sarvamangala. Very good. Excellent. You are absolutely right. The second sentence, when you intonate like that, that means he's not going to stop. Yesterday I went for a movie and it was a fine one. It was a wonderful one. If you want to say, if there is any intention for the speaker to say more, to speak more, normally they will intonate like this. Otherwise, if they want to just say that yesterday I went for a movie, they will say just like that. As for a movie. Yesterday I went for a movie. Yes. Now you got it? So that's something very important. And now 1 or 2 usages, with that, within 5 to 10 minutes, I'll stop. Am I supposed to stop now, sir? Anytime, if I'm supposed to stop, please no. Please let me know. Sir, organizer. When am I supposed to stop? When am I supposed to?
Sir, not audible.
Yes. When am I supposed to stop?
Okay.
Can you hear now?
Okay. No, okay. It's okay now. No.
Okay. I'll finish it. Then, example. Then comes a diction. Now we have been talking about intelligible English, pronunciation, then pronunciation, stress, pitch I didn't explain much, tone, intonation, and comes diction. Diction is that choice of words. Words is very important. According to the occasions, you should be able to use the words. There are 3 or 4 formal usages, informal usages. Formally, if she doesn't stop yelling, she will lose all her friends. That's the thing. So this can be made in a formal, can be informal. Notice this. If she doesn't stop yelling, she will lose all of it. So now I'm skipping something and then slowly almost analyzing or trying to end up with a few sets where Malayalis go wrong. That's what within end this talk. We use such glaring mistakes here in using these words. First, I start with comfortable. Comfortable. So, what is a mistake? What we make? We use normally. I have heard that we used to say that comfortable. The right usage is that it's comfortable. Yeah, it's a shortened form. Comfortable. It's not that comfortable. Then, just like this, similarly, VEGETABLE. Come on, say. Somebody say. VEGETABLE.
Vegetable.
What?
Vegetable.
No, veggie. Veggie is not there. It's vegetable. Vegetable, no, wrong. It's vegetable, yeah. Vegetable. Then some silent words. In English, always it's tricky with these silent words now. SALMON. SALMON. It's a fish. It's salmon. It's not salmon. SALMON is salmon. Salmon. You have to pronounce it as salmon. Then ALMOND.
Almond.
It is almond. Yeah, salmon, almond. Almond. If you talk to the Britishers and all people, who uses like that, if we say it's almond, they won't understand what is it. The problem is that this understanding, and again, I'm waiting on that, because we lose that intelligence, that inability. We lose that communication, or there will be a gap if they are not able to understand. etc, etc. Normally we used to say etc. That is not right. It's etc, etc, etc. IX sound. That X sound is not there. X is not there. It's etc. Yeah. Then jewelry. It's jewelry. Then Wednesday, we tend to say Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Then that kangaroo, it's kangaroo. Then kangaroo. Tortoise, it's tortoise. Yes. Tortoise, yeah. Then itinerary. So some people say itinerary in the പറയാറുണ്ട്. It's itinerary. You have to say it correctly as itinerary. Then debut, debut. It's debut. You have to say it's debut. Then EITOME. Epitome എന്നൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയാറുള്ളത്. EPITOME. It's epitome. It's not epitome. It is epitome. Yes. Then let me see whether you can say LULABY. Saratu what? LULABY.
Lullaby.
LULABY. It's lullaby. Very funny. You have to use it lullaby. It comes as lullaby, not lullaby. Then mischievous. Mischievous എന്ന് നമ്മൾ പറയാറുണ്ട്. It's mischievous. Then SUIT. It's sweet. I have booked a sweet room. Sweet room. Yeah. Then PIZZA. PIZZA. What is the correct pronunciation of that? No, correct. Usage. Pizza. Yeah. There is a T. One T is coming in between. It's pizza. Then the most commonly mistaken word is BOWL. How will you pronounce? BOW. BOWL. It's a vessel. Not the bowling. It's BOWL. As a matter of vessel, how will you pronounce it? It's bowl. Because that is a mistake. A lot of word that they use is bowl. Take that bowl. Take that bowl. It's bowl. Yes. Bowl. Then SERVOIR. Reservoir and but you talk to them, like reservoir. Definitely, I bet they will never understand. What is that? RESE. It's reservoir. It's reservoir actually. Restaurant. Reservoir എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് നിർത്തും. അങ്ങനെ അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. Reservoir എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ no one be able to understand. Then restaurant. Why I mentioned all these words is that just to give you an idea, these are not only the words where we commit such mistakes or so-called distortions. I won't as a mistake, distortions. ചെറിയ മാറ്റങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ വരുത്തുന്നു. അത് mistake പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല because അതൊന്നും കുറ്റം. We cannot blame our children or teachers, because we were taught that is one of the reasons, but just because we cannot remain idle, we have to improve, we have to try to prove. And as I said, believing cultural, keeping up our culture and keeping up mother tongue, the importance, giving due share to our mother tongue. When we learn a foreign language, you need to be true. ഞാൻ ഒറ്റ പറഞ്ഞ് അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് ചോദിക്കുന്നു, you are trying to teach them in the class. Okay. And you are telling the word pasha. But a child says pasha. The child is using pasha. Will you be happy about it and will you be keeping quiet? You'll say sha, lasa. You have to say pasha. That's a simple thing which in English also. Why compromising there? Why are you giving too compromise over there? When you know that this is the way it has to be used, realize this is the way it has to be used, then you have to teach your children this has to be used in such a way. As if we correct mother tongue, and as if the importance we give to our mother tongue, the matter of pronunciation and accent, we need to be to a great extent to English. Just don't say that just because I don't know, just because really this thing. Try to learn it, try to understand it. It's an easy thing if you listen properly. If you have a real listening skills, carry on listening to such authentic things, like English TV news broadcasts and such things, National Geographic Channel, regularly you listen, you will come to know, you will come to use these words, very comfortably. Okay. So with that, let me call it a day. And I don't know what I have done, whether you got something, whether it is clear or not. All such things I'm not very sure. But this is what I was trying to tell you. I was to give you the importance of English intelligibility, not the comprehensibility, but more on intelligibility, to make every word intelligible, which gives definitely an upper edge for our students, our young generation in future. And if you can improve, and if the teacher is doing that. But this is something really, really nice that this kind of a forums, help in this. And I'm really happy to associate with this group whenever there is a possibility, whenever there is a chance. Okay. So thank you very much for your patient listening, and over to you. Now, if you have time, if you feel like asking questions, you can. For me, it's not a problem, but I know that it is inappropriate.
Sir, I have to raise one point.
Yes.
Sir, where we Malayalis went wrong is we tried to write English words pronunciation in Malayalam letters. Example, you mentioned kangaroo. What we write in Malayalam is kangaroo. In printed media, it appears like that.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Actually, that type of journalism has made a lot of problem for achieving.
You're right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're right. So this is what we dangerously distorted. So when it is being translated, when it is being written when it is being converted, definite mistakes are creeping up, and we are not getting an idea that gets concretized in the minds of the children as well as the teachers. It will be very difficult for them to change later. So any other response, any other things,
Yes, sir. Let me say, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Audible,
Sure,
sir?
sure. Yeah,
sir,
I'm listening.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great experience with you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, let me know something about it. Actually, you mentioned about the relation between the Caucasians, I mean, Americans, then British and Australians, right, sir? And it's happening for decades. Actually, there are some historical reasons behind that relation between these three countries, and I know that you also know about it. And you have given light about the dialects, tone, stress, intonation, direction, choice of words, etc., etc. But sir, my question is very simple. Actually, these Americans and British persons can understand each other. They can communicate well. That's right. But my question is, do we want to follow them? Or do we want to make some comfortable way that's much suitable for us? That's my question, sir. Please.
Sir, what did you ask? Part is that? What? It was not clear. It was just
actually, I will repeat, sir.
Do we need such?
Yeah, because actually, you are told about the understanding platform of Americans, UK persons, and Australians. And you know that actually they have a strange relationship, historical relationship between the citizens.
Basically all are Britishers.
Caucasians. My question is very simple. Actually, we are Indians, and especially we are Malayalis. Do we want to gather on that way, or do we want to make our own style of speaking? That's my question, sir.
Yeah, I think I was just talking about all these things from the very beginning. Why we learn English. It all depends on that. If you try to find a correct answer for that, what is the purpose of we learning English? Are we learning English to speak among ourselves, to communicate among ourselves, and what do we gain out of it? So I take, personally, if you ask me, I take this English as a skill for me to upgrade myself and to achieve something in life. I mean, achieving something in life is in the sense that, for example, to getting a better job, getting better positions, all such things will come there. So that is my intention of learning a new language. not just know the language and communicate among ourselves. It is more than should have an international intelligibility. Then if you have neutral English, that is just good, well and good. So why are learning? That is a big question over here. What is the reason? For the sake of learning a language and just for the sake of communicating, are we learning? Why should we take the trouble of learning all this? We can learn Malayalam, and if not, we can resort to Hindi. So then why should we learn that English language then? English is definitely being imposed, if you call it as imposed, if it is being imposed into our system. So that's what I said. I take it in that value, not on any other way. How it is going to benefit us in future, how that is going to be useful regarding higher studies, regarding higher research. Definitely, this is a language is being widely used. That's what I have given some examples at the beginning. So why we have to adopt is that and understand these kind of patterns, then it will be comfortable for us to deal with these people. And in fact, one fine day we can master them. That's what my intention. That's what I was aiming. That's Shashi Tharoor, some of the professors in some universities, fail and fumble, and American professors, fail and fumble in front of him, when he's in a talk, when he's in a debate. They miserably fail. That's what that is mastering them, in that. So
that's true, sir.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true,
Yes,
sir. But actually, we are considering this English as a second language, and as far as China is concerned, actually, they are having the status of an official language only, English. And sir, actually, the Chinese government and administrative agencies are not paying much more attention towards this language studies. In India, we are having a second language status for this language, right, sir? So that's what I asked this question.
Okay, but you should know about the recent things happening in China, Japan. These countries were initially they were turning against English, but now they are inviting, and the new generation are coming up. Most number of students studying in England are students. That most of the students, regarding the number, students are coming to America and studying other Chinese students. More than Indian students Chinese are coming. So they are coming up, as far as I know, in Thailand I have visited the country so many times, So there every new generation, the youngsters, are being taught English now. The generation was not good, not at all good in English, but the new generation, they are doing it. So they are using it.
But sir, these Caucasians and these Mongolians, they are having different physiological conditions, right, sir?
Who?
I mean the thickness of their tongue, etc. and etc. Actually, they are having visible difference.
Of course. They sometimes, for example, Africans, when the Africans speak, even though the African English is not what do you call how much they can never talk like the native British speaker when Africans speak, but the beautifully converse, there are so many highly educated Africans, those who read English, they can communicate in an intelligible, but not exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. We are not expecting anyone to speak exactly like a Britisher, exactly like an American. Even when we go for the visa interview, for America or Britain, the long stay visa interview, they will conduct the interview. They will ask you some questions in English in their way. And if you are able to understand them and if you are able to answer, you will get a tick mark. What they will say now, okay, next time we'll meet next time. You go and get with that standard, you come and then you will get it. That's it. So they're not. They basically they will offhand they will tell you also. We are not expecting you to speak just like us, but you should not be a problem when you come to a country that you fumble and fail in delivering things to us. And when we say something, you should not be. You should be able. That's the thing. Okay, sir. I think I've answered you. Or maybe we can have later longer chats. No problem. Later. Any other questions, sir? Anyone? Or?
Sir,
over to the organizers. Sir. Yeah. Yes.
Sir, actually, now we are already used to this style of speaking English, our own style.
Okay.
So how can we help our children, sir?
How can we?
help our children.
How can we change? How can we come change ourselves? That's the thing, right?
Yeah, sir.
So I take my own. I'll quote my own example for that. I was a worse speaker when I was in my younger days. So a thought came to me that when I reached my degree time, I heard my teachers, some of my classmates, speaking English in a different manner. And I was not speaking at all. I failed and fumbled to speaking. But their English, taught me something. Teachers, when they started using English, I realized that this is the way it has to be used. This is the way it has to be spoken. Otherwise, I was using the broken and like this with lot of accentual problems. But as I started realizing, then I worked for it. I worked in the sense that's what I was started listening to news coverages. I regularly used to watch English news and then try to identify the words. Today, I used to tell my training people, that's I was listening when it was today the Prime Minister, Mr. Manoj Singh, has announced this in the Parliament. So normally we listen like that. Today, the Prime Minister Manoj Singh has announced this in the Parliament. But the TV newsreader was telling that today, the Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, has announced this in the Parliament. That day I realized that the Parliament is a Malayalam or Hindi word, but when you use it in English, you have to use it Parliament. Then I started using that. Then I started sticking to it, and then I that is called drilling. That drilling method. I was going for it. That's how you can change. If you have a passion for it, I bet you will change. You will change.
Sir, actually, the problems are from the primary sections, and
yes,
we know that in nursery classes, children are taught very well. I'm pronouncing, I think, in the case of bear and something like that, But this bear has become a beer when they are coming to primary classes. So when a personal talk, sir told me that the experienced teachers are appointed in primary classes in foreign countries, and is there any sort of discussion done in our department to give
that is the thing, sir. We have been voicing it for quite time. We have been telling whenever there is a chance and the meetings, we have been telling states, for example, in Delhi and in Rajasthan, I think, some other states, they have made an order and appointed English graduates in the primary classes. I'm not telling that just because being an English graduate, everything done or everything is sorted out. No, I'm not telling. But at least they will be more in tune towards the language. So the step, they have introduced that English graduates to be appointed in the primary classes. In English, in the matter of, not in other subjects, you have to understand in the matter of English, because realizing the importance of English, realizing the need of teaching these students age of 12, before they get out of the age of 12, they should be the right thing. So such things is what, this district center for English was envisaged in such a manner to do English. My duty, actually, it is my duty to disseminate English, and I did for that. MHRD, formerly the ministry, has brought out this project, and the state government adopted this as disseminate English language teaching in Kerala. That's how we got formed, and then we were doing such things. But some limitations are there, as I told, as you all know, your limitations are all there. But I tell you, it's the first time that, you people are coming out, and I've been I told you, from 2006, I'm training. I'm training teachers from 2006. And off and on, I have seen that. One in Kayankulam or what, when I was taking a class, I started in English and I was doing English. Suddenly all the UP school teachers, they were looking at me. Astonishingly, they were looking at me. They were, sir, why? So I said, what's wrong? They said, you are using English. You're telling English. So I said, no, then English training should be how should act it? So far, nobody will come and speak everything in English. They will say here and there a few words in English, the rest all will be in Malayalam. So this kind of a culture or this kind of a thing has crept into our system that is one of the reasons, why we people are not going to the classroom and are not able to do it. So that is why I said you are doing a very noble cause, that this kind of a platform, you should let the teachers come out and express their opinions, more and more, not by listeners. Every time you listen, there is no use. You listen and then you react, then you talk, and give them opportunities. That's what you all should be doing. Anything else, sir?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Teacher?
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'm Roni. I'm from Idiki district. So what I want to say is that, sir, not only in our primary school, even in our high school, English is not yet considered as a language. Sir, the situation is really pathetic, because most of our schools, English is taught by mathematics, physics, or chemistry teachers. So then how can we, if there is no change in that? And
yes, that is really, teacher. I understand that very well, and 3 years I was in charge of Vidiki also, and I was roaming around up to Yellapatti, from all the remote schools. And such schools, they have never seen a teacher in English or coming and teaching them. For so many years, some other subject teachers will be managing with them. It's the kind of a managing, not trying to teach English over there. So Yellapatti, Monar Tribal High School, and remote areas, even in Adimali or Nagatapana also, they have problems. So I know it very well, and but I'm being a representative of the government, or being a representative in the department, I'm not supposed to talk much more on that. We all have to really, but recently a High Court ruling, very favorable ruling, but government will be implemented or not, I'm not very sure, that English has to be taught. English in the high school, at least in the high schools, teachers have to be taught by English graduates or English teachers only. Even Malayalam teachers, Malayalam teachers teaching, Hindi teachers teaching, Urdu teachers teaching, and Telugu or Tamil or what they're teaching, but English anyone can handle. So this is a very bad situation, as you rightly said. We know that I have been voicing this out for long. When I was a student itself, we started agitation against this. But it's happening in a very slow manner. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Actually, that Idiki teacher was right, sir. If he couldn't make it right, then she was right, sir. She was right. Actually, she had lighted about the ground reality. She was right.
I think it's like these kind of forums, we have to raise this issue. We talk and talk and talk, and this issue should limelight. It should be coming out, and every time that should be there. And that's how slowly that should be creeping into the department, into the hierarchy. And now the government, because if that is being done, what the government or the department says, that there will be a huge financial appointing thousands and thousands of English teachers. And natural science teachers and the physical science teachers will be with 4 or 5 periods in a week. So this 4 periods with that, they have to be given salary in that school, and new English teacher, like that kind of technical problems. That's what they are raising.
Yeah. That's a hard part, sir. But I think, sir, we can modify the training packages of the teachers. We can modify the packages.
Yes, but there is a limit, sir.
We can give exuberant training.
Department is trying. We are doing that. We are conducting such things for non-English teachers. In the high schools. We are regularly. But as you know, that there is a limit. A teacher who has upgraded I'm giving an example. A teacher who has upgraded in chemistry and regularly goes for chemistry trainings. One fine day she is asked to take English class. From that time onwards, and suddenly she cannot change and become a good English teacher, or she will be very true to what she is doing. She says, basically appointed as a chemistry teacher, and then why now your system is asking me to go and teach English? So her limitations will be there.
No, sir. Let me point you one thing. Actually, the teacher of the Idiki district, actually, she meant about the English medium chemistry teachers. I think so. English medium chemistry teachers, I think.
No, what she said, I know that it is basically in most of the Idiki schools there are no English teachers posts. To get an English teacher's post, you need to have 5 divisions in high schools. If 5 proper divisions are there, then only you can have only 1 English teacher in high school. That the rule they have, because English is not considered as a subject, not considered language. It is considered as a subject. It is just equivalent to chemistry or physics. Like keeping it. That's a departmental thing. We have been working it out for so many times, but that is the reason.
Sir, I
the
want to
schools are
raise
not
a point,
having
sir.
English teachers.
Sir, I want to raise a point. Yes. What happens in English medium classes is not only the English teacher, all other subject teachers should be supposed to take English subjects in English. But actually, what happens is a chemistry teacher goes in an English medium class and teach in Malayalam.
That's it. ഞങ്ങളുടെ നാട്ടിൽ we used to say that രണ്ടും കെട്ട പെരുവായി പോകുന്ന പറയുന്ന പോലെ അതുപോലെ. So they won't be doing proper justice in English, and they won't be doing justice to Malayalam also, because the terminology they have to use is English. Explanation will be in Malayalam. This getting confused in such a way that the teachers fail to understand mathematics and this English medium technical terms. They are finding it difficult to understand.
Sir,
great problems are there.
Sir, if we couldn't find solution for this real issue, this type of togetherness will be just like running around the bush, sir. So please raise your voice as far as possible, sir. Please.
That's what I really want you all, to keep this live, this kind of discussions live. And whenever there is a, but single, like a single person or with such a force, we cannot fight or we cannot voice it. Whenever we voice it, even in the sense that group of us, we met the formerly KR Revision Committee chairman. So he was telling, what nonsense are you talking? PC Nairo, what is his name? Chief Secretary. So you are telling nonsense, like, why can't they take English? They are doing English in part 1, English, all teachers are doing English, then why can't they take English? Then I gave to that, sir, we are taking either Malayalam or Hindi. Also, we English teachers, we English graduates, and why can't you take the Hindi class or Malayalam class then? Part 2, we are doing Malayalam also. That is not being allowed. So why? So that is not a justice, but it is. But one thing is there is sure, it's a huge problem will be there because the post be quite high. If every school is going to have an English teacher, it's definitely the number of posts created should be higher. Or there should be a clubbing pattern. One teacher should be able to go to different schools. For a chemistry teacher, 3 hours in one school, 3 hours in another school, 3 hours in another school. Teacher should go. A biology teacher should be going like that. A mathematics teacher also sometimes may have to go like that. So this the teachers or the teachers union will love.
Sir, is it possible to provide minimum communicative training packages to almost all the teachers across the state under this situation? Is it possible? Minimum?
Can. Because, district center is doing, and your Kannur, you're from which, sir?
No, I am working as a teacher trainer in Nedabanga, Trivandrum BRC. Sir.
Trivandrum BRC.
Trivandrum.
What's the name, sir?
My name, Abhilash, sir.
Okay, I've heard about so like Abhilash sir, what you can and that one Anida teacher told me about you.
I know her, sir.
She's from Patna, right?
She told about you, sir. She told about you.
Yeah. So I think you are very enthusiastic. She told me that you are very enthusiastic in this in English, these kind of things. It's really good. Keep it up and you carry on doing such things. And communicative English program, we district centers are supposed to do. This year is going to come. We have finalized it. So we are going to train a set of master trainers, in every district. 20 UP level teachers, 20 LP level teachers, and 20 high school level teachers. They will be continuously trained, not one training, 2 training, whole year the training lasts, and they will be given a certificate. They will be awarded master trainer certificate in English, English training. And here also they will be given training, and they will be further used as trainers. So what is that? Those who are really interested in reading in English, I've got a chance right now, so they can join group. Then every district will be having this program.
Okay, sir. May I know, sir? Does it have a relation with the Adopt Teacher Transformation Program?
With what?
Adopt Teacher Transformation Program. Does it have a relation with that particular one?
It is a professional development program by district center scheme. District English scheme.
Okay, 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 okay,
That will be there. That will be available in every district. All the districts will have to do it.
okay, sir.
So I'll be Kollam district. That's the thing. I'm trying to come to
Yeah, if
Trivandrum,
it's
but so
so,
far
sir,
not
if it's
happening.
so, then that will be grateful. That's a great thing, sir. If it's so,
Yeah,
fine,
that is going to come. That is going to come this year.
otherwise, sir, otherwise
Oh,
we can't get the ball.
any other questions? Any other questions? It's going to be
No,
95.
so
I don't have a
Subramanian
problem.
sir, what about DD? Subramanian sir?
Teachers will be
Okay,
leaving one by
DED
one.
has not reached here, sir. I think in between he came and left, and I think
Maybe.
Oh.
So
Anyway,
I know him personally. I'll give him. I will say regards. I'll talk to him, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
Manoj
you
sir,
can also tell him. Yeah.
Manoj sir,
Yes,
actually
sir.
you have made this talk intelligible to us. Very intelligible.
Yes. Some change, some motivation is there. If you feel like doing something, then that's great. That's what training means. That's what a teacher. Everyone cannot just pass on, disseminate. But if you get then I should do something, and I should be doing, and I'll be working for it. So then, if that thought is there itself, it is fruitful.
This is the area actually where the English teachers are lagging behind, and actually you have kindled.
You have to practice, as Francis Bacon has said. Practice makes a man perfect. No, perfection comes from practice.
That's why, sir. Actually, we have adopted the slogan. I mean, motto: learn, explore, achieve, and flourish. Actually, we do that, and
very good. So I really did for that, for forming such a thing. Even high school so far statewide nobody is doing. District wise, they do a lot of silly things. So, I mean, some groups, they share just their notes and this and that, but not on a higher note of giving an opportunity for you to establish yourself in the sense that to talk and get comfortable in your classrooms. Once you talk, in such forums and all, it's same thing with that much ease. You will be able to go to your classrooms and you can do it. The things will be very, very fine over there. So the practice is the one. You provide them a chance. That's what.
Sir, this are almost helpful for us to the non-English graduate teachers, because they have an idea about how English class should be.
Yes, that's what I try to brush through all this stress, which some of them not even they never have even known the terms. These terms, they don't know what is intonation, what stress. Simple examples. I just try to introduce that. Not a class. It's not a real thing. Class means with a lot of examples. That's what. If face-to-face mode I get, I can do with a lot of examples and really teach you, make you do it.
Okay.
Now can you hear, sir?
Okay. Now it's okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, your talk has made us believe that we have miles to go.
Okay, anyway, thank you very much, sir. So that's what I feel a bit. I have done something on a Teachers' Day that I also contributed something on my part. So that's good.
It was great hearing to you, sir.
Sarva, you can.
As it's a vast area, so we would like to hear more from you the coming days.
On Civic Areas also, that's what in future I'm willing to associate with you people, and because this Jansi teacher, I remember she initially when she was she was just there, but she was showing a lot of enthusiasm in reading, and the way she upgraded within a span of time was really astonishing. So that's how everyone, if you get once you realize it, once you get motivated, you can get up in such a way. It all depends on that. So I'm willing to get associated, but you with new people, new things should go on. Okay,
sir. I see you on another occasion. So, madam, you please.
So,
and madam, you in Kannada, right? Yeah, because my wife also knows Kannada. That's why she was raised in Bangalore. Yeah.
So I think our meeting is end up with some other meetings. So let us conclude because all the teachers are already started leaving. So I invite Rajesh sir to do his duty. Rajesh sir, over to you.
Okay. Honorable Dignitary Dr. Manoj Chandrasenan sir, and my dear teachers, happy Teachers' Day. I feel honored and proud to have the opportunity to present a word of thanks on this special day. Rabindranath Tagore wrote, "A teacher never truly teaches unless he is learning himself. A lamp never needs another lamp unless it continues on its own flame." These words tell us the importance of updations. When we conduct sessions like the need of intelligible English, it proves that we are on the right track. We are on the right path. Today we listen to a special talk on the need of intelligible English by Dr. Manoj Chandrasenan sir, Chief Tutor, District Center for English, Kollam, attached to BRC Kottarakara. Sir spoke many things about comprehensibility and intelligibility, international intelligibility, American and British pronunciation differences, dialects, speak English with sounds, importance of primary education, upgrade the level of English, vowels and consonants. So today's class was so impressive. English is spoken with 44 sounds and not with alphabet. Stress, word stress, sentence stress, intonation, diction, and all these things. So spoke, and it was quite interesting to listen to you, sir. On behalf of English Forum, I express our sincere gratitude to Dr. Manoj Chandrasenan sir, who spared precious time from his busy schedule to enlighten all of us with innovative English with proper. I also thank all the teachers who participated in the discussion, including Abhilash sir and others. We expect, as our Sarvamangala teacher told here, we expect more sessions like this from you, sir. We thank you with whole heart. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful to Sarvamangala teacher who presided over this G-Meet, a diligent teacher and a strong ingredient in our district resource group, DRG Kasturgod. I extend my sincere gratitude to Sarvamangala teacher. Thank you, teacher. Thank you very much. We have been fortunate to be supported by our very active and dedicated teachers of our group who are well versed and proficient in English language teaching. Teachers like Mrs. Jancy K. Matthew is definitely one of them. As everyone knows, Mrs. Jancy K. Matthew has been giving ESL classes for Standard 7 for the last 1.5 years. The way she introduced our chief guest was really impressive. On behalf of English Forum, I thank Jancy teacher. Thank you, teacher. Thanks a lot, indeed. I'm also grateful to Khalid sir, who extended a cheerful welcome to everyone at the beginning of this program. As everyone knows, he is the backbone of our English Forum and the guiding force for every new step forward. On behalf of English Forum, I thank Khalid sir for his untiring efforts. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I extend my sincere thanks to all first bell teachers, Subramanian sir, being a teacher, Saratha teacher. I think they are in our group. They are here today. Their presence added color to this event. I thank all the SRG, DRG members, including Bhatt sir, Unikishan sir, Anil sir. And I don't know whether I excluded anyone. I'm not seeing here who are present here. So if I excluded anyone, I extend my gratitude to those teachers too. Finally, I thank all dear teachers for joining this event. Nothing would have been possible without our beloved teachers' support. I thank each and everyone. Thank you for being with us today. It's a great pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot, indeed. Over to Sarvamangala teacher. Teacher.
Thank you, sir. So it was a nice evening spent with the worth